And on a day like today, midwinter, freezing cold, strong wind, you might be thinking, what on earth are those two doing out there? Well, the answer is we've come pike fishing.
For me, for cold water fishing, lure choice is really important, and I think we should cover our options. I'm going to try a small lure, which I've got a lot of faith in. You might want to try that yourself, but you know, one of us should try a bigger lure as well, and between us we might winkle one out. Yeah, oh God, I've caught the littlest one in the lake.
It's breastfeeding on your lure.
Oh dear, oh dear. You know, we all want to catch a big pike, but if you don't put back the little ones like this, you won't have big pike to catch. You know, I caught my first pike over 50 years ago, and it was caught on a spinner. And I've suddenly realised spinners haven't actually changed in all that time. The man who designed the spinner got it right first time.
But if you're going to use bigger lures, especially the big soft plastics, the weighted ones, or jerk baits, then you will need a slightly different setup. The rod itself is a lot more powerful. This is a kind of light to medium jerk bait rod if you're looking for one. But the really important thing is the reel. This is a multiplier reel. And the reason that we use these a lot with the heavier lures is that many of them need to have a little bit of extra action imparted into them, and the way you do that is by tapping or jerking the rod downwards.
And I'm enjoying my lure fishing more than ever today for one simple reason: braid.
Today I'm using this stuff, which is Fireline, which is an 8 carrier braid. Of course, it's got all the key features of braid: low stretch so you feel more, the abrasion resistance, the casting ability because of the diameter, but 50 to 60 pounds is absolutely perfect for jerkbait style fishing with heavy lures.
The Duke's faith in his trusty spinner was certainly repaid. He caught a couple of pike, not big fish, but feisty, beautifully marked juveniles that put a nice bend in a light rod. Point proven, it seemed a good time for the Duke to explain why he's fishing with fluorescent coloured Fireline.
You don't have to buy this colour. I put this on to show you what I would recommend for beginners, because when you're a beginner, you need to know where your line is when it's coming in. You want to know how far down in the water it is.
My own efforts with the bigger lures had proved fruitless, as it does sometimes, especially when the temperatures plummet. But the Duke, well, he hadn't finished yet.
So, what have you had on your big lure?
Well, in a nutshell, nothing.
Yeah, I thought as much. I mean, it was worth a try, but, well, I think I made a good choice because I've landed a couple of fish, and they're not big fish, but really pretty fish, and it's great to get a bite on a day like this. And I think I dropped a bigger one off. But I think you should join me on the spinner.
Never one to look a gift horse in the mouth, I heeded the Duke's advice. With the sun now weak and low in the pale western sky, it was time to exchange the heavy lure rod for a spinning setup. It didn't take long for the spinner to prove its worth. A couple of casts and bang, I was in. The fish fought well, and I decided I might unhook it in the water, but changed my mind when I saw that it had swallowed the lure and needed some attention on the unhooking mat. Spinner safely removed, I used the net to carry the pike safely back to the water. It's just the best way to do it. Fish don't have to be huge to be memorable, and they all deserve our respect. So, all's well that ends well. Another fishing tale in the bag. It might have been a last gasp wonder, but at least I'd saved a blank.